Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I know it's great to see such a large crowd here, considering that I know some people were up for a little game, uh, which the Buckeyes prevailed. It's a great day here in Franklin County. Yesterday, yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s day, where we honored his life and legacy. Um, his legacy was rooted in many things, but one thing that stands out for me is that helping those living in poverty and who have been underappreciated by society. Martin Luther King would have been 96 years old this month. In his last speech, he spoke these words: like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I'm here to do God's will. That speech was known as I've Been to the Mountaintop, took place in Memphis, Tennessee. And it stands out to me because the man was there representing sanitation workers. And when we talk about those that, particularly in that in that time, being underappreciated and not having their rights being valued, you would think that a man of his stature, graduate of Morehouse College, a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Nobel Peace Prize, awards go on and on. But this man stood with sanitation workers and gave his life ultimately for the underrepresented, marginalized individuals in our society. And the one door represents opportunity for our residents here in Franklin County, where people can walk in and have their dignity intact and not be asked questions, but be given answers to provide them with assistance. So I am so happy to be here for this day, for the One Doors opening, because it's yet another tangible example of the commissioners funding what every resident every day looks like. So I want to thank them for their leadership. President Erica Crawley, Commissioner John O'Grady, and Commissioner Kevin L. Boyce, because they don't just talk about it, they are about it in what they fund and the things that they do here in our community. And I now will pass the torch over to our president of our board, Commissioner Erica Crawley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. This is exciting. I could not be more excited about One Door and why we are here today, because these types of things matter. And that's because this is more than just a ribbon cutting. It's the start of a new chapter in how Franklin County serves its residents, or I like to say our neighbors. It's a moment that redefines not just what we do, but how we do it, with a renewed focus on creating true opportunity. On the wall of the Board of Commissioners hearing room across the hall, you'll see our motto, service, progress, and excellence. I believe that there is a fourth word that we should add. I've been talking about it a lot, and that's opportunity. And that's exactly what today represents. One Door embodies our unwavering commitment to creating opportunity for every person who calls Franklin County home. When we developed the Franklin County Poverty Blueprint, we made a promise to our community that we would fundamentally transform how we deliver services to break down barriers and create pathways out of poverty. One Door is that promise in action. For far too long, accessing services meant navigating a maze of offices, repeating your story, and facing barriers. That's not just inefficient, it's inequitable. And that's exactly what One Door is designed to change. This is a cornerstone of our Poverty Blueprint's commitment to reimagining service delivery. This initiative represents our philosophy that county services should be transformative, not just transactional. When a resident or a neighbor walks through these doors, they're not just seeking a single service, they're looking for a pathway to stability, to growth, and yes, to opportunity. The reality is clear. Many of our neighbors need support from multiple agencies. One Door brings these resources together under a single roof with a single mission, empowering our residents to thrive. Whether it's support from our Office on Aging, assistance through Job and Family Services, or guidance from our Justice Policy and Programs Office, we're creating a seamless path to success. What makes One Door truly transformative is its holistic approach. Through our shared electronic needs assessment tool, we can better understand and address not just the immediate needs, but the full spectrum of support that can help lift entire households towards lasting stability. This isn't about making it easier just to access a service. It's about making it easier to build a better future. This initiative reflects our broader vision for Franklin County, one where equity isn't just a word, but a tangible reality in how we deliver services. As outlined in our poverty blueprint, we're committed to meeting residents where they are, treating them with dignity, and providing them with the comprehensive support that they need to seize opportunities and reach their full potential. Together, we're building a county where opportunity isn't just a possibility, it's a promise. And I want to thank everyone who had a hand in making One Door a reality. Can we give a round of applause for our team, for administration? And next, I get to introduce my colleague, Commissioner John O'Grady, to the podium.
Thank you, Commissioner Crowley. Sorry. Today, my colleagues and I are excited to introduce a bold new chapter in how we serve the community here in Franklin County. And this just isn't a transactional model of service, it's a transformative approach that brings real hope and dignity and opportunity for upward economic mobility for our residents. Before we reveal this new space, I want to take a moment to reflect on where this journey began. One of the most important responsibilities of a county commissioner is ensuring a strong social safety net for our community, and the fundamental purpose of any government is to create the conditions in which our residents can thrive. In Franklin County, we believe that given opportunity, an individual's success should be limited not by factors such as race or gender or religion or zip code or family income, but everyone should have a fair shot at the American dream. And while Central Ohio has seen growth and prosperity in recent years, too many people in our community are still grappling with poverty. To understand the scope of this challenge, we must go back to the fall of 2018, when this board made a commitment to tackle the urgent issue of poverty in Franklin County. We knew that we needed to listen, learn, and collaborate in order to find out the actionable solutions, and that's exactly what we did. Through deep discussions and careful study, we developed a comprehensive plan that continues to guide us today in our mission to reduce poverty and address racial inequities. At the heart of this effort were the voices of the community. Over 200 residents, many of whom were directly experiencing poverty at the time, participated in focus groups and interviews, sharing their lived experiences and their most pressing needs. Their input was invaluable in shaping the Rise Together blueprint, a blueprint for reducing poverty in Franklin County, which was published in the summer of 2019. We affectionately refer to this as the People's Plan here in Franklin County. And it's not just a government document. It's a collective vision of our residents, and it continues to guide our work. One of the key recommendations from the community was the need to simplify access to essential health and human services. Too many residents were frustrated with the complexity of navigating multiple agencies to access the help that they need. In response, we created the One Door, a streamlined approach that reduces the need for multiple calls, meetings, and duplicate paperwork. This initiative is about making things easier and more efficient for those we serve. You'll hear more about it from my colleague, Commissioner Boyce, and about how the One Door works in practice. But simply put, One Door means that residents will now have access to a variety of services in one convenient location. This unified system allows us to enhance communication and efficiently across 4 critical agencies: the Office on Aging, the Child Support Enforcement Agency, Job and Family Services, and Justice Policy and Programs. Through One Door, we can take a holistic approach to addressing the needs of residents and their households quickly and effectively. When I reflect on the Rise Together plan and its impact, I'm proud to say that it's not just another government initiative that sits on a shelf and gathering dust. This plan is a living, breathing roadmap for real change, and it's making a difference in people's lives every day. In 2018, we gathered with social service providers from all walks throughout Franklin County. There were about 50 to 55 different social service providers that we brought together. We met with them over many months throughout the course of 2018. We asked for their input, and to be honest with you, on many occasions it was like herding cats. It wasn't. There were many times when it wasn't a lot of fun. We had a lot of really difficult conversations, really difficult discussions with all those folks. But you know, we came up with a really great plan that guides all the work that we do day in and day out. And when you're sitting in that room over there every Tuesday morning, or upstairs in our briefing room on Thursdays, you hear us collectively talking about the impacts of the work that we did back then and the document that we created, and how the work that the staff of Franklin County does day in and day out drives the work that we do and the work that we fund on a regular basis. And One Door is about breaking down the barriers and the building of a system that works for everyone. This initiative is a direct investment in helping families and creating the pathways to success. So now, I'm really pleased to introduce my colleague and friend, Commissioner Kevin Boyce, who will share more about the work that we're doing through One Door.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Kevin Boyce, member of the Board of Commissioners. It's a thrill to be here with you today. We celebrate and honor what I think is a very important, groundbreaking, and critical initiative for Central Ohio. This is truly a significant moment for our county as we take bold steps forward to enhance access, efficiency, and equity in connecting residents with essential services. As we gather here today, it's important to take a moment to reflect on the scope and complexity of the needs that our community faces. We know that more than ever since COVID. But each month, 167,000 residents visit this government complex for a wide range of services, whether it's navigating the court system, paying taxes, or obtaining marriage license. Many rely on support from our health and human service agencies that sometimes often mean the difference between stability and hardship. I know this personally. Our data shows that 43% of eligible residents require resources from 2 or 3 more agencies with our health and human service agencies. This clearly underscores the urgency of a more seamless and coordinated approach to meeting the overlapping needs of our residents. That's exactly what One Door is all about. Breaking down barriers and replacing a fragmented system with a streamlined, person-centered model. Rather than navigating multiple offices, departments, and application processes, residents will now have access to the full spectrum of services through our one unified doorway, both physically and digitally. At its core, this initiative is guided by 3 fundamental principles. First, efficiency. Next, accessibility. And then finally, dignity. With One Door, we're removing the barriers residents face when seeking essential services by connecting them to a single case navigator who develops a tailored plan for their unique needs or the unique needs of their family. I know Treasurer Cheryl Brooks Sullivan understands this all too well with the residents who are working hard to meet their tax needs and you do a great job of that. Thank you for what you do. This approach addresses critical challenges in our community where 54,000 households are cost burdened, spending more than 30% of their income on housing. Through One Door, residents can access programs focused on increasing emergency housing assistance and preventing displacement. One Door also addresses important items like food insecurity and healthcare access, connecting residents with local food banks, nutrition programs, mental health services, and preventative health care initiatives. With Franklin County ranking 63rd of 88 counties in healthcare outcomes, expanding these critical services ensures that no family goes hungry or lacks the care that they need. By streamlining access to housing, food security, and healthcare, One Door empowers our residents to focus on building stable, healthier futures while removing the frustration of navigating multiple systems. This initiative, this door, also highlights the power of collaboration. It's a result of tireless effort, vision, partnership among leaders across all of our agencies working together, from nonprofits to community advocates. Today's ribbon cutting represents more than the opening of One Door. It symbolized the opening of new opportunities for our residents and the promise of a more connected and compassionate future. Let's celebrate this milestone and renew our commitment to ensuring that every resident who walks through our doors leaves with hope, support, and most importantly, a pathway forward in their life. Someone mentioned earlier the big idea. Big ideas sometimes come in very simple movements and actions. And so that's what this represents. This building has been here for a long time. The services that we offer have been here for quite some time. But focusing on providing access to our residents by providing a place where while they're here, they can address a variety of their needs, it's a big ideal with a simple action that makes a difference. At the heart of this effort is a dedicated team leader who is an exceptional deputy county administrator, and that's Joy Bivens. Joy has been a relentless isn't even a good enough word, quite frankly, champion for innovation and equity and service. I was trying to think of something else other than relentless, but I guess we'll go with that. But under her leadership, the One Door approach has been transformed from an idea into a practical outcome, most importantly, for our residents. Do me a favor and give her a round of applause for her work.
Thank you, everyone. I do not have notes. I'm going to try to move at the speed of lightning. First of all, I would be remiss if I did not thank the commissioners again. When you come to them and you have an idea, they have to be fiscally responsible for every decision that each and one of us makes every day. So thank you for this yes. Because Commissioner Grady calls me DCH Ching. I don't know why he doesn't call you that, Crystal Long. But I want to thank them so much for this, because this is the opportunity for all of our residents. Imagine being a grandparent walking into this building because your son was killed due to gun violence. And immediately you are now responsible for your son's grandchildren. And so you walk into this building thinking you're going to just get custody, but then as you walk out, you have to call Job and Family Services, you have to go down to child support, you have to do all these things. That happened here in this building. Now, if those unfortunate circumstances happen, they can make one call, or they can go into this space right here, which you all will see soon, in order to access the needed services for those really unfortunate circumstances. In addition to, on a practical level, who buys their lettuce at Kroger and then buys their tomatoes at Giant Eagle? None of us. Then why would we make our supportive services like that for our residents? That's how I see this. It's accessible, it provides the needed resources for our residents, and thank you all so much. And before I forget, because I'm wrapping up really soon, if you're our HHS director, will you please come join me at the podium? All of our Job and Family Services, Office on Aging, Justice Policy and Programs, Office on Aging, child support. If you're in the one door, child support, I see you here. Children's Services, Adam H. Impact is our partner. Who am I missing? These are the folks right now that have come together to assist with this. I want to thank Sam Tedda so much for being the project manager on this. Ariane Owens, thank you so much. And then also, just so you all will know, we started this process many moons ago, probably about 4 years ago, I think it was, Judge Stroud, and we started meeting with the juvenile court, and we had a concept to decentralize some of the juvenile work so that we can do hearings and such in the community. Unfortunately, the building we were going to use was fighting us, and we cannot do that because I would have had to tear half of a building down and rebuild it, and they were not going to approve that. So we are now working on decentralizing some of those opportunities, and you'll hear about that later. But for right now, we received $963,000 of earmarked dollars, and we want to thank Congresswoman Beatty, we want to thank Representative Carey, as well as Senator Brown, who pushed that forward for us to receive $963,000. Judge Stroud, would you please come forward? And so a part of the one door, when families go to the juvenile court system, we have a business operation in place where we're going to service those families, not just the young person, but the entire household. And so we're going to leverage those dollars in order to go out into the community and work in the household for those families. So now when the juvenile court sends folks down, we will be able to service them holistically. Again, thank you everyone. And then thank you to all the electeds so much for supporting this. Thank you to my awesome husband, Michael, for listening to me every day talk about this. Thank you, Mayor Bivens. I appreciate you. Who did I miss? Because I don't want any. PFM. PFM is. Thank you so much for all that you do. You all you made it happen. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everyone, for all this. I made a joke with them. I said, don't worry about, we don't have to wait 4 weeks for carpet to come in. I can have my cousin Day come in and lay carpet. And they're like, no, we don't want your cousin Day to do that. So thank you so much for moving at the speed of lightning. I just appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, DCA Long. Thank you, everyone. Did I miss anyone? Because I don't want anyone to be upset with me. Because I have to get commissioners to do this ribbon cutting. Thank you all so much. We are now open for business. We are open 9 to 3, Monday through Friday. We're going to be highlighting our community partners in this building. So if you do not have a residence in this space, we are going to open it up where our community partners can come in on a regular basis, and we will send it out to our residents, let them know that you are here on whatever day that you choose. Don't see me for that. Sam, could you come here really quick? See Sam for that, because I will mess it up. See Sam for that. Thank you to everyone, and commissioners, I believe we are now ready for the ribbon cutting.